When waiting tests your marriage, the Abraham and Sarah story. What do you do? When God gives you a promise, but the waiting starts breaking your marriage? Not months, not years, decades. One decision made during waiting destroyed the peace in their marriage. They waited years for a promise, then made a mistake that changed everything. Most marriages don't fail from hate, they fail from impatience. And one decision made in impatience changes everything. Introduce the problem. A lot of relationships don't break because of hatred. They break because of waiting. Waiting for change, waiting for stability, waiting for prayers to be answered. And somewhere in that waiting, frustration creeps in. Pressure builds, doubt whispers, and couples start making decisions they never thought they would. That's exactly what happened to Abraham and Sarah. God gave Abraham a promise. You will have a child. A great nation will come from you. Sounds powerful, right? But here's the part nobody talks about. Sarah couldn't have children, and time kept moving. Year 1, nothing. Year 5, still nothing. Year 10, silence. Now imagine the conversations behind closed doors. Did we hear God right? What if this never happens? Are we just wasting time? The promise didn't come quickly, and the waiting started affecting their relationship. Then, one day, Sarah made a suggestion, a decision that looked logical, but was rooted in impatience. She told Abraham to have a child through her servant, Hagar, and Abraham agreed, just like that. They stepped outside the promise. Build tension. At first it seemed like a solution. Finally, progress. But what looked like progress became pressure. Hagar became pregnant, and suddenly everything changed. Tension entered the home. Comparison, jealousy, emotional distance, the same house, but now divided. And what started as a fix created wounds that lasted generations. Deep insight, what most people miss. Here's what many people don't realize. The real issue wasn't just the decision, it was what led to it. Impatience, pressure, and the need to help God fulfill His promise. How many couples are doing the same thing today? Trying to force timing, forcing outcomes, making emotional decisions just to escape the discomfort of waiting. But every time you rush what is meant to grow slowly, you introduce complications you didn't plan for. Practical relationship lessons. Let's bring this home. Lesson 1. Waiting will test your unity. When things don't happen on time, couples either grow closer or drift apart. Lesson 2. Pressure creates poor decisions. Most relationship mistakes aren't made in peace. They're made in frustration. Lesson 3. Not every solution is a good solution. Just because something works in the moment doesn't mean it won't cost you later. Lesson 4. You can't rush purpose. Some things in life, especially in marriage, require time, growth, and trust. Lesson 5. Decisions made in impatience leave long-term consequences. Abraham and Sarah got the child, but they also got conflict, emotional reflection. Keep retention high. Think about your own life for a moment. Where are you feeling pressure right now? What are you tired of waiting for? And here's the real question. Are you about to make a decision just to escape the waiting? Because that one decision could shape your relationship for years. Powerful takeaway. Sometimes the greatest test in marriage isn't conflict, it's patience. Because waiting reveals what's really inside you. Trust or fear, faith or frustration. And how you handle the waiting will determine the future of your relationship. Call to action. If this opened your eyes even a little, then you need this series. Because we're breaking down real relationship truths most people only learn the hard way. Subscribe now for daily marriage and relationship wisdom that will help you build something that actually lasts. Imagine a future where relationships learn from the past, where every decision made acknowledges the waiting, a place where patience is cherished. What kind of legacy will you build with your patience today? Each of us is a storyteller in our marriage. Each choice, each action is a line in the story we write together. Make yours a story worth telling, a story where waiting is not just endured, but embraced. Let patience be your greatest virtue, for within it lies the strength to love deeply, to build wisely, and to persevere eternally. Remember, true love waits because it knows the promise of tomorrow.